With the official campaign ending yesterday, August 13, political parties and their candidates got into last-minute push for voters ahead of the Saturday's by-election in Edo, Oyo, Ondo, and Anambra states. Well, the Edo by-election is not just about who wins, it's about how they win. From voter turnout to campaign tactics, from security arrangements to the promises made on the trail, the contest offers a window into the political mood of the people. Our guest has been tracking developments closely and will be breaking down the dynamics and the provisions on ground for a successful outing. How are the people in Edo State feeling ahead of this election? We have joining us former SSA, Adams Oshiomhole-led administration, Comrade Collins Osaghae, joins us virtually. You're welcome on the program, Comrade.
Comrade Osaghae, good afternoon. Welcome to Niger Delta Today.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. It's nice to be with you guys. Should I say you guys or ladies are made?
Thank you for joining us. We are looking at the upcoming by-election scheduled for Saturday, and there has been some whispers around the corridor from the People's Democratic Party about calling for the removal of the resident electoral commissioner. And one of the questions has always been around the aspect of integrity and transparency. You think that the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, is doing enough to ensure that the people trust the system enough to go out for elections on Saturday?
Yes, thank you very much. You know, there is one thing that is synonymous with Nigerians, especially when you have not done your homework. You will always look for someone to put the blame on. But the only thing is that we have elections in Edo. One is coming up at, and the other one is of Ohio Federal Constituency, which is for the House of Representatives. And hopefully and graciously for the people of Edo State, and probably for the advantage of the All Progressive Congress candidate, the governor performance thus far has opened a very new channel through which they have to lie upon and then also get the advantage that the governor is working, the government is people-driven, and when you have that, the people easily kick in. Like in Edo Central, for example, there have been a lot of dilapidated roads, there have been a lot of infrastructure deficits, there have been a lot of issues bedeviling the people of Edo Central. And the governor having come on board, he has been able to manage this well. And the people are very excited and very happy. And in such a situation, what you expect that wherever the governor is, they will cast their vote. And just going a little bit further, the candidate we have there, Honorable Joe Ikea, was a former local government chairman, was formerly a member of the Universal Basic Education Board. He has been able to also make his mark. While he was the chairman of the local government, he was one of the foremost council chairmen who indeed proved himself of capacity. Until tomorrow, he has been grassrooted, so he's been around there. You know, when you are almost losing, there will always be this call that you do not have trust either on the security personnel or you do not have trust on the INEC official. But however, it will be hard for you to see an election that some Nigerians will take in good faith. But I believe it's democracy. We are thriving, we are moving. We'll get there someday that people begin to accept defeat. Now, in Ohio Federal Constituency, you have someone like Barrister Gabriela Omosede Ibilejo contesting under the APC platform. She has been there before for first term. By the grace of God, she had the opportunity of going back for second term. Even before the primary, we have superb aspirants who have wanted to be in this position. And they are all grassroots people. Like somebody like Oscar Aredo, who was the former LGA chairman and very grassroots. So these are people who did not angrily say, I'm angry with the party because someone else came along. He still showing his support behind her, and that is an advantage. And even one of the other candidates is even her campaign manager. So it's a whole thing. And the advantage is just extremely enormous.
Comrade Osaghae.
Almost all the leaders in PDP in the Central have brought the camp to the APC.
Okay, Comrade Osaghae.
So I think it's not about INEC, but we also believe that INEC should continue to do their best, even when people cast aspersion. The God has said to know that you give your best.
Okay, Comrade Osaghae, you can hear me. You can hear me out. Now, when it comes to elections, the discussion majorly is always about a structure, the party structure. And being that Edo State has been under the People's Democratic Party for years, the All Progressives Congress is just coming in following the election of Governor Monday Okpebholo. Now, do you think the structure the All Progressives Congress has built within the period of time is strong enough to be able to go front for this election coming up on Saturday?
Thank you very much. When you want to talk about a party that has structure, can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
I want to talk about party having a structure. There is no party that can have a structure more than a ruling party. What is the structure? What do we mean when we say structure? Structure is when you have your team, your soldiers across the grassroots area or constituency. So that is exactly a party who have wards, in all the local area. Certainly have structure. APC has structure. PDP used to have structure, but their structure is extremely dilapidated, owing to the crisis that Obaseki give to them as a way of deficit. So they are still struggling from the issue that evolved from Obaseki's administration and disarray that he gave to the party. They are here to put themselves together. PDP, as I talked to you, that those state is three, and you cannot have a party that is three and you want to win an election. And the Labour Party has since excused themselves even from party politics because their leader was probably all for himself and could not manage the party, so they have completely off. The new one that came on board, which is the ADC, they don't even have a structure. I'm sure in the whole of the Central, they only have one office in one place. Outside that, they don't have any other one. Because the man who was in Labour Party, Stedloff, had to run to ADC just because he's not consistent too. He moves from party to party and every week. So based on that, you can't have a structure when you are moving up and down. APC, for example, is an organized, already seated party, and is with the seated, is a party that owns the local government, is a party that owns the state, as it were. So little you can say about mobilizing the people. You can see with the campaign that has been going on.
Comrade Osaghae.
The governor arrested.
Comrade Osaghae, well, the Edo Central Senatorial District. Can you hear me? Well, the Edo Central Senatorial District candidate for the PDP, Prince Joe Koje, himself a former Commissioner Special Advisor on Agriculture and Food Security during the Godwin Obaseki administration, has been around, and you would say that for the duration of his tenure as commissioner, he must have, become well-grounded and a household name. Do you think that the APC can give him a run for his money and possibly put up an effective challenge when we talk about the elections coming up this weekend?
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Chris. Okoje is a household name in this land. You can't take that away. He is also a grassroots person. You can't avoid the fact that he has been consistent in his own level. But the candidate alone is not enough to make for victory. There are other indices that can allow party to win election. Party politics is very important. Your party must be fair, your party must be strong, your party must be coherent in order to help you get victory.
But up until the last election, PDP was really strong in those states. You don't think there's something to fear about the PDP, considering it was still very strong before the last election that Governor Monday Okpebholo won? You don't think the PDP still has it in them to put up a very strong show, because a lot of people are saying that this could serve as a litmus test of what is expected in the 2027 election.
Yes, the candidate certainly may have some vote, probably from his immediate constituency or immediate local government, but by and large, the governor had performed so tremendously that even Okoje's immediate constituency will not want to stop development from continuing in their area. So for that reason, they certainly will want to trade on the line of the governor to encourage him, the first governor to bring flyover to Edo State, the first governor to help Abu Salih University to have the feat is having, the first governor to help to rejuvenate federal roads that have been abandoned over the years owing to either party sentiment or is not owned by the state, the first man to look into the issue of security wholeheartedly with all commitment to make sure the Isha people are living and sleeping with their two eyes closed. And when they need to work, they are going to work. There are very many reasons why Okoje may have to lose, because it's just normal. When you have a performer as a leader, the people will not want to leave a performing train.
Well, comrade.
However, probably there are other better days ahead. He can give a try. For this very election, I can tell you that is this election.
Comrade, since campaigns are over, we're trying as much as possible not to talk about campaigns currently. But then I'd like you to speak about the candidate for the Ovia Federal Constituency. That's Honorable Gabriela Omoshede. She previously served as the youngest female member of the House. That's between 2015 and 2019. And she's seeking a re-election. What do you think this speaks towards female representation in the Niger Delta region? Do you think this is going to give her some level of edge over other candidates, or is it going to demarket her popularity?
Yes, I can assure you vividly that first, the advantage Gabriela Omoshede will also have in our election is all still to the fact that the governor is performing very well. She was also there before. We had a little bit advantage that she was able to also reach some area, even though she probably may not have reached all area. But in Benin, there's another Asamana de Mariema, woman. If you do not eat pounded yam because it's pounded yam, you probably could eat pounded yam because of the soup. So if some persons wouldn't vote for Gabriela Omoshede behavior because of probably her performance, maybe she didn't meet up 100% what they expected in her first term, they probably will give her the support because she's under the umbrella of the All Progressive Congress, and which the governor of Edo State, Senator Modu Memunu, is our leader, our governor, and a performing leader. So everyone will not want to disassociate his or herself from the progressive idea.
Comrade Osaghae.
I can assure you, the deputy governor voted from that constituency. So he's also a serious account.
Comrade Osaghae, you can hear me out. You can hear me out. Okay, comrade, this is beyond the governor. This is about representation of the constituents, of their different constituencies. And specifically, they will be considering or looking at what they can bring to the table. Who are these people? What have they done previously? What are they talking about that they will bring to the table if elected? And it talks about their interaction with the grassroots. In your analysis of these candidates, you think that they have had the close interaction with their constituents enough to have built that confidence that these people will represent them well if elected?
Yes, that was why I said before, Honorable Joe Ikea is as good as even being a former senator in Edo Central, because the way he performed when he was the local government chairman, he was extraordinary. The people loved him. And even after he left office, he has been a philanthropist to his people. He has been with them. He has shown them love and humanity. Humanitarian disposition, sometimes people don't forget easily. So he had a very serious advantage to win an election, and also owing to the government being there. And let me tell you, let us not deceive ourselves. In politics, there must be someone who must carry you. No matter how generous or how good you have been, in most cases, these things work with structure. When the structure are not strengthened enough to go all out and pull the trigger for your advantage,
All right.
I bet you sometimes you'll be shocked.
Comrade.
See, so for Gabriela Osaghae, she has been a member of House of Representatives, and she also did a lot of constituency projects that you cannot take away. That so many communities can still applaud all she did for them while she was there.
Comrade Osaghae.
Probably areas she hasn't covered, an opportunity to assure them to cover it in a second term.
Comrade Osaghae, we have to go, but just before we go, I'd like you to bring us up to speed with some updates on ground there in Edo State ahead of this election. What is the ambience like in Edo State currently? And what do you say that the people are motivated? Are the people feeling safe ahead of this election, especially when we know the issues that usually characterize elections in the country? Do you think that appropriate security measures have been put in place towards ensuring that we have a smooth outing by weekend?
Yes, thank you very much. The truth is that sometimes you cannot 100% guarantee some of these things on ground. Even when the security tells you we are 100% ready, sometimes these lapses happen. Sometimes when you don't feel they are not ready enough, you will then applaud them for what they have done. It's sometimes not until it happens or it's done, you can't really give the kudos. But so far so good. Edo has been very peaceful since the inception of the government. At all levels, Edo has been very peaceful. We have people have learned to behave themselves. Even Agberu, who used to collect revenue, have learned to understand that the game has changed. The game now is that everybody must coordinate themselves, and no matter who you are, no matter who you know, if you go wrong, the law will catch up with you. So everybody is coordinated.
All right.
So even as opposition, I think the opposition in recent we have that if the governor will not spare his party people when things go wrong, he certainly will not even spare the opposition. So everyone is working to making sure a new Edo arrive, as we are already seeing. And I can bet you that even the opposition party,
all right,
of them
we have to go, comrade.
Has risen.
Thank you very much, Comrade Collins Osaghae, for speaking with us on Niger Delta today. And we're hoping that the much talked about level playing field will be granted to all parties involved in this upcoming by-elections. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. God bless you. That I can assure you, the government is a very peaceful man. He believes in equality, he believes in transparency, and he believes in all-inclusive system.
All right. Thank you. Well, that's the size of Niger Delta today. Thank you very much for being with us. We'll catch you again tomorrow for another fresh edition. My name is Xavier Robert, wishing you a terrific Thursday.
And I am Jennifer Pius. Have a great day.